Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Jhin, and we'll be facing off against the Grand Heist adventure from the Rogues of Runeterra campaign. I need to beat this adventure with Jhin in order to get rewards. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing today. I have Jhin at 4 stars. I don't know how well we're going to fare off. I don't really like playing Jhin. I feel like he's just a worse version of Annie. Except with Annie you can kind of go for a stall game plan. With Jhin you can't even really do that. I'm still going to try a spell casting based setup though, so we have Chemtech Duplicator to duplicate our spells when we reach 6 mana. Then we have Grand General's Counterplan, so hopefully we can get some casts off of Jin's champion spell. So we can deal 4 damage to a unit after the first cast. And then we have the Lost Chapter because I feel like we'll benefit from the extra spell mana. We can also try and draft a more spell based deck. I feel like that might be worth it. Double Vampiric Scepter Zillion. It's an interesting thing, but I don't know if it's going to be good. None of these seem that appealing, to be honest. I would like something that's a little bit more spell or skill based, so we can get some benefits out of Jin's powers. Let's reroll. Harizig's Misfortune. Misfortune has some spells and skills that I could benefit from in Bilgewater. Ziggs has the short fuse and that's about it. My Misfortune curves out nicely into Jhin though. I don't really like the Crackshot Corsair because it's a bit too slow or small. And then Island Navigator is too slow. But considering what I have to work with, this is probably my best option. Hopefully the power I get here. Ooh. Sorcery. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up Sorcery. Now I'm fully committed to the spell game plan. We just try to get some damaging spells and units that have skills that deal damage to try and control the board, and then we drop down the Jhin and hopefully clear everything up. Riptide Rex. If only I could play for spell mana, you might actually be worth it. But as is, I don't think it's that great. Let's just pick up the Petty Officer for a little bit of board control. Legion Saboteur, I guess. None of these are that great. Double up, I'm taking it. It's not the best spell, but it will do. Do I want the Monster Harpoon? Not really. Let's reroll. Time Trick. Time Trick can be useful. Let's pick it up. Discard draw at the very least. Parlay. It starts off in my opening hand every game, so sure. It's a guaranteed draw. These are pretty bad. I guess we'll take the Darkin Harpoon. Make the best out of a bad situation. Chakram Dancer can give us longevity. I guess, even though the quick strike blade on it is not that great. And for last but not least, we have Make It Rain, which is an actually good card. This deck, I'm not really feeling it. It's kind of a mess. Hopefully with all the extra spell mana I'll have access to, thanks to the Jhin and the sorcery, I'll be able to make something work out for us. Ooh, the Crackshot Corsair actually got the items it normally has when you play the Jhin, or baseline Jhin. It didn't show up on the selection screen, so I figured it wouldn't have the items. That's kind of lucky. Do I want... I think I'll go Crackshot Corsair Time Trick. That's probably my best option here. Can try and rig the draws in order to draw something good. My units are not going to be that large. Let's just parlay. Deal 1. Petty Officer, yeah, I'll pick up the Petty Officer. I can go for the Petty Officer next turn. Try and use it as a jump blocker next turn. The opponent's Sun Soldiers are going to end up dealing a lot of damage to their own Nexus if the opponent doesn't get to strike with them. Considering he's going for an open attack, I think I'm better off just doing this. We'll trade in the Samira. Keep rigging the top card of our deck to be vaguely useful. At the same time, we're slowly chipping away at the opponent's health total. This turn we'll be able to transform the Crackshot Corsair into an actual threat. We'll just do one attack. If the opponent decides to block here, it's fine. If he doesn't block here, I'll take the damage anyway. I would like it if he would play, yeah, something that I could target with one of my spells. Kind of want to go Jhin here. I suppose I'll use the parlay. Make it rain, sure. Try to get some use out of the Lost Chapter. But it might have been a mistake because I have the sorcery anyway. What's he doing? Shifting Sands, dealing 8. Unfortunately, I don't think I can make it so the opponent or the Crackshot Corsair grows up to go beyond 8. So let's just do this. Try to jump block the opponent's units to the best of my ability. Of course, the stun targets the one Sun Soldier I was trying to kill with the spell. That's kind of unfortunate. But this is actually going a lot better than I expected. We're actually surviving somewhat without even taking that much damage. And we're actually going or making some decent progress towards killing the opponent while just pulling for control. Now that we have double spellcasts, we'll be in a very good position. Can just do this, clear that unit, for example. That will stun the other unit. I wonder if this works for the sake of the Lotus Traps. For every 3 fast spells, slow spells or skills, 3. Yeah, that's fine. We have the backup Jhin in hand from the Grand General's counter plan, so we can actually protect ourselves. Can do this here. Stun the opponent. Wait. With Jhin on the board, every 3 spells or every captive, or every other captive audience becomes a lotus trap. Okay, yeah. I think I'm a lot more confident in our control game plan now. Now that I've worked out exactly how I'm supposed to play things. Now all we need to do is replicate this against every single deck. We just keep control of the board, keep targeting the opponent's units, keep clearing everything, and then everything dies, and I win. Do I want Raven Bloom Conservatory or Crashing Wave? If we intend to go for a long drawn-out game, the Raven Bloom Conservatory is going to accumulate a lot of value, but the duplicating the Crashing Wave seems nice, especially with Summoning Beacon. Yeah, let's pick it up. We can work out the lack of damage later. Let's cut the card, definitely cutting the Island Navigator. Unfortunately, it just doesn't synergize with our game plan at all. Like, we want Misfortune on the board, but we don't really care about her leveling up, for example. We only care that she works as a way to give us more procs from the spells and skills. We have a bunch of Jhins. I'd really like a discount on the Jhin. I feel like it would be very good for us. I guess I'll just have to make do with what I have. And play Jhin one turn later than I actually want to. Next turn we'll draw the Crackshot Corsair I just put on top of my deck. I intend to play it immediately. We can probably trade in the Legend Saboteur. She has served her purpose. Ooh. I might actually take a bunch of damage here. Let's just keep using the parlay to stack our deck. That's going to be useful for the next turn. Ooh, we actually got a captive audience. That means we can do this to stun this unit, trade the Crackshot Corsair in. We only take 1 damage this way. We are wasting a bit of spell mana, but this turn we can actually go for either Jhin or Misfortune. I think I'll do Time Trick, get something good, and then drop down the Jhin, refill our spell mana. I wanted to play one of my spells. Guess I can do this. Just attack with the Jhin. Yeah, I think I have everything under control this game. Just in case the opponent removes Jhin, I have 2 backup Jhins in hand. We're at 5 mana, 1 more turn and we can start double casting stuff. And do double up here. Get rid of one of the opponent's units. Then I can do Petty Officer as a way to jump block these two, or one of them because the other one's stunned. I guess I can't because, yeah, when the opponent equips a unit with an equipment, he just gets the unit gets brushed, so I wouldn't have been able to block with the Petty Officer if they actually had brush, but the opponent decided not to equip this one for some reason. He chose to equip the one that had or Or that was stunned. Don't really know why. Anyway, now we can double cast our spells. Do I care about healing 5? Or can I regenerate that in between encounters? Let's try to heal the 5 health we're missing. The opponent lets this attack go through. Okay. Didn't expect that. I figured the opponent would try to protect his health total a bit more, but perhaps he doesn't feel threatened yet.
Through my work, you shall
But he definitely should be.
You'll find you a formidable foe.
He has 7 mana to spare, so it's not like he's completely out of options here. He's just cycling the equipments he has on the Chakram Dancer. I guess by this point I can just put him out of his misery. I go up to full health here, thanks to the Chakram Dancer. And kill the... Ooh, I was about to say I killed the opponent with just the damage I have on board, but I actually have to use 1 captive audience before that. There. Clean kill. Actually, we were 1 over.
This is the greatest of joys.
Huh. I'm feeling better and better about this entire draft. I figured since we kind of lacked the direct damage to the opponent's nexus, we would struggle with lethality, but the explosive finale is putting in a lot of work. Charging sigil on the Make It Rain is very good, so we're taking that. Yeah, I don't want over prepared. We already struggle with a lot of cards in hand. Duelist is a lot better. Now we can choose what we pull, or what the opponent's blockers are. Definitely want a Twisted Fate. Unfortunately, none of the other options are that great. Neither set or action would actually synergize with our deck. Twisted Fate in the meantime actually plays skills, so we can highly benefit from it. Well, Twisted Fate is just generally good. Oh, we actually have a rather slow start here. I guess I'll pass, let the opponent play out stuff, and then we can go Time Trick, maybe Parlay. Three targets. Let's try to hit the Make It Rain there. Ooh, that's very nice. That was the best outcome for me. Now we have a reason to go Parlay. Let's stack our deck further. It's going to be nice. Could do Make It Rain, but I'll wait for the next turn. Let's just do Time Trick. We double predict. I really want a double up to start reducing its cost. Let's skip the mastery around. Okay, the opponent's almost out of resources. If he spends his entire turn... I was about to say if he spends this entire turn trying to get rid of the mastery, that's fine, but it's not actually fine because it deals 11 damage thanks to the Sheriff Laureate. Rose. Make It Rain. Can do Make It Rain double up. But do I actually care to do so? I'm taking the damage. Guess I can do double up on the Petricide Hound to take some reduced damage, but nah. Let's just do Misfortune, Darkin Harpoon. It's not clean, but it's good enough. The Better Sight Hound doesn't actually benefit that much from the stat increase. And here, let's do double up Jhin. We'll do double up Jhin.
Shock and awe.
And then we can use the Jhin to pull the Bubble Bear
There's a certain cruelty.
or one of the units he summons off of the bounty board.
Fresh out of mercy.
Let's attack like so. We'll kill the Bubble Bear with the
No escape this time.
captive audience that we are going to get from this captive audience. And the extra damage from the love tap as well. This also softens up the units. Never mind, I did my math wrong. The Bubble Bear being stunned means he doesn't take the damage from the Jhin. I guess we're doing Make It Rain out of desperation. Time trick to cycle next turn.
Make it interesting
I'm going to need a miracle to survive this upcoming turn. A time trick to draw. Crashing Wave. Chakram Dancer. Chakram Dancer is healing, but it's not perfect. Guess I can do Captive Audience to stun. I'm actually better off stunning one of the Bubble Bears so they don't capture anything. But the opponent might just stop an attack the moment I pass priority back to them. So what should I do? Can do minimize damage there. Legion Saboteur to develop a blocker. I guess we're doing Legion Saboteur to develop a blocker. Captures the Jhin and another unit. I do this to here. Take 8. And then we just trust that I can heal back up using the Chakram Dancer and the Jhin. Next turn I'm going to start being able to double cast spells, so maybe.
Beating heart of drama.
Let's equip the Darkin Harpoon. We do one there, I guess. Try to
I will give them a show to
set up some good draws for the next turn. We do Chakram Dancer for the healing. We level up Jhin here.
through my work.
Let's try to stun as many units on the opponent's board as possible.
This way, killing blooms into art.
And this way we'll be able to heal off of the Jhin attack effect. I think that's the play. Can also do this, that releases a unit. We have a lot of Chakram Dancers on the deck apparently. Can I draw anything other than Chakram Dancers? Ooh, the Mastery. Completely forgot that was inside that unit. We can deal... we can actually kill this unit. I think that's for the best.
Take your place, and our show will begin.
Because that one gets stunned. Then I can do Captive Audience to stun there.
I will give them a show to remember.
And that will stun that other unit. We get the Captive Audience back. Then we can do stun here. Jhin's effect or Jhin's skill is going to hit everything. I kill 25 and I win. Okay, so we don't go up to full health, but this is better than nothing. We almost go up to full health. We go up to 40. Okay, we definitely don't get rid of the Chakram Dancer. It might actually be the difference between winning against Ezreal and losing, considering the amount of burn Ezreal can actually dish out. Take the gold. I don't really like taking gold, but I had no option there. What do I cut from the deck? Petty Officer is okay. The Darkin Harpoon is actually drawing us a decent amount of cards, and I do like it. Maybe the Legion Saboteur. Legion Saboteur is basically a 1-mana chump blocker. That's how I'm using it. But I don't really have a lot of other early plays. So maybe I shouldn't cut the Legion Saboteur. I'm going to do it anyway though. If we have less Legion Saboteurs, maybe the chances of getting Crackshot Corsairs increases. Or it's not a maybe, it's a guarantee, but we're slowly and surely cutting the amount of options we have access to from the deck. Or early game options, I should say. Like, yeah, this first turn is going to be absolutely atrocious because I have no viable plays here. Guess I can use the parlay to try to stack my deck in a way where my upcoming turn will be kind of decent. I guess I'll make it rain as well. Well, Petty Officer is a viable play as well. I'll just try to count on the landmark. Next turn I'm just going to do Twisted Fate, stand there, probably trade the Twisted Fate into the Preservationist.
Deal me in.
Not like I have a choice, because the Preservationist has Challenger. I can actually preserve the Twisted Fate using the Captive Audience if I really want to. You know what? I do want to protect the Twisted Fate. I'll take the 5 here.
I'm sure.
This is the mid-boss encounter, so I can actually play a little bit fast and loose with my health here. Let's just get a time trick just in case. We develop a decent amount of units for the onto the board. Next turn I can do Jhin. I waste the spell mana. Actually no, I don't have to waste the spell mana. I can do this. Colossal Wave, perfect. Oh, I wanted to Colossal Wave. I guess I can skip. That gives me the Colossal Wave. And I can do the Jhin Colossal Wave, deal 4 to everything and the enemy nexus. We don't clear everything, but we get close to it.
Bliss comes in the moment before I fire.
He really wants to count down that Ravenbloom Conservator. Makes sense. Twisted Fate can attack here. Can do Captive Audience there. Kill that unit. Then we do this. If the opponent wants to trade using the Patrol Ward into the Patrol Wardens, I think I'm fine with that. You didn't really need to. Since the opponent has 800 health, if they were smart they would just not block ever. Just let every damage go through and
Get him, crew.
force us to play defensively. But fortunately they sometimes forget that they have 800 health to work with. I don't have 5s in hand. Guess I'll just do misfortune.
Got any more work for me?
You're not still mad about that, are you?
He really wants to kill the Crackshot Corsair, really. I even blundered and gave him an opportunity to kill the Jhin.
How about a duet?
I'll take it. Recall a unit with power 3 or less. I can protect the Seraphine, or I can just do this. It protects the misfortune that I just played. Guess I don't really need to keep her on the board since it's my defensive turn.
My next act will be
So it's not like I would reset any level of progress on her.
Sorry, Papa.
Let's kill this one. This one is going to grow next turn, but I don't really care. I guess I can do this. Clear an additional unit off of the board. Next turn, we have 6 mana, we can start double casting spells. 0, unfortunately we can't play anything for 0. We're getting kind of unlucky with the hits from the vault. Guess I'll do this to set up a second bounce twice next turn.
you are the expression.
Another landmark. That one's actually troublesome. It's going to kill the Twisted Fate. Can just attack like so. Yeah, the clock hand gets stunned. Even though I don't really get to strike the opponent's units, it's probably still fine. I am dealing a bit of damage this way. I don't really want to stick around and go through 800 health with such a slow deck. So let's hope. I keep. Okay, this is a 4. I was about to say I keep not hitting a decent mana cost for the cards that I have in hand, but this is actually something that I have. But then I have 6. I don't have 6. I don't have cards that cost 6 in my deck at all.
Shock and awe.
Just a single attack? Really? I didn't expect that. Figured the opponent would attack with everything since I can't really properly block with anything at all. Guess I was wrong. Let's set up a kill next turn on that thing.
The audience loved you.
Guess I can do Dancing Grenade here. Yet again. To set up more for the next turn. Nah, let's do this. Next turn we're already getting a bunch of cards that are pretty good.
Make it interesting for me.
And I don't want to overdraw. Let's just do the Petty Officer. Can get a Powder Keg. Make it so my next spell and skill or skill deals bonus damage.
I will give them a show to remember.
Jhin is actually growing a lot. Let's just cement our survivability by playing the Chakram Dancer. Now I'm basically immortal unless the opponent one-shots me.
I knew you'd find your mark eventually.
The opponent doesn't even bother with playing something. Well, fortunately, I'm getting lucky now and I'm actually hitting mana values that are playable on the vault. We can't do 3 though. Let's just stand there.
I have prepared something
Going to attack with the Jhin. The Misfortune. I have a bunch of captive audiences in hand, so the opponent's never getting to attack. I'll clear the board. Try to reduce the amount of threats I have to deal with.
right on
Yeah, if I can develop this kind of a board against Ezreal, I'll be set for life.
I will give them a show.
Well, not for life, for that encounter, but still, I'll be set. And I'll be able to have a fairly easy experience. 9? I don't have 9 costs in this deck. Where did this 9 come from? That's a bummer. Darken Harpoon, I suppose. I've been drawing a bunch of cards this game.
This way, killing blooms into our
If I had some way to grow my damage exponentially, going for a kill on the 800 health target might have actually been viable. But as is, it's nothing but a pipe dream. I really just need to get lucky on the vault. Doesn't even bother with attacking, he knows it's basically game over. I'm now at the point where I never run out of cards in hand, because I have so many ways to generate more cards. Mostly captive audiences, but 0 mana captive audiences are very good cards. Now, am I going to be able to count on the landmark this turn? It appears so. Let's start off. We'll play a 3, then we have a 4. I'm playing 4 on my own unit. I don't care if you don't want to give me a viable target, I'll make my own viable targets.
a splash of crimson to elevate the
And then a 1. Really. I have a bunch of zeros and a 2. And the game decides to give me a 1. The one cost I don't have in hand.
I have prepared something
Or
very
the one cost that's in between the cost of cards that I have in hand.
Step into the spotlight. Everyone is waiting.
Let's just pass priority back to the opponent a bunch of times and try to kill him on his own turn. Never mind, because the vault hit a 5. Let's kill that unit and hope the opponent passes back to me. Just let the count on end opponent. It's going to be kind of pathetic, but it's the best for everyone. Instead of just struggling by trying to do something about your inevitable demise. Ooh, he's actually attacking. That's unexpected,
From your canvas,
considering he has spent the past I don't know how many turns trying to basically do nothing or as little as possible every single turn. I'll protect my units just because I feel like it, not because I actually need to. Come on. There we go. Finally it's over. What a drag. The opponent really felt like he had a chance on that last turn. Or he felt like wasting my time a little bit at the end. Shadow Totem, Infinity Edge, Frost Spikes. Definitely the Frost Spikes. Doesn't deal a lot of damage, but it's a skill for the sake of all of our powers. Ooh. Explosive Finale or Bouncing Blades. let's make it so we have a little bit more lethality. It's definitely going to be useful against the Ruin Runner. Now, every single minion that the... or every single unit that the opponent plays is a potential damage nuke that they have to deal with. Or they can't actually deal with. I deal with them by pulling them up right in the opponent's face. Play something, opponent, I dare you. That's a good play. I have 2 mana. Can do Crushing Wave. Let's do Crushing Wave. It hits the exact number of targets the opponent has on board. It removes the spell shield from the Ruin Runner. Potentially baits the opponent playing something on the unit I get here. No, it doesn't. I guess I can do this. Let's just chunk the opponent by a bunch. Ooh. I want to Colossal Wave. Let's go Colossal Wave next turn. And if possible, I would like to keep this guy alive because he's going to grow a lot. I just know it. The amount of spells I can cast per turn. Good thing I picked Colossal Wave. I want to Colossal Wave now. I'll stun the opponent's unit first. Pass priority back to him. He has 4 mana. Surely he wants to play something else before attacking here. Exhaust. Not really exactly what I wanted him to play. Okay. This went a lot worse than I anticipated. I figured he would play something else before attacking. But I can still make it work by stunning one of the opponent's units here. I lose the Twisted Fate, but Twisted Fate is the least important unit I have in my deck. Kind of early to play the Colossal Wave now. I'll only kill 2 units and one of them is already dying by the end of the turn. And it deals 4 damage to the enemy nexus no matter what. Sure. Let's just pass. Wait for my opportunity to
I'm one of the good
play the Colossal Wave on a better board. It's fine. Let's do Make It Rain. I have Spare Misfortunes in hand.
Never stop shooting.
We'll just kind of chip away at the opponent's health like this to prevent him from winning with his effect. Really? That's a smart play. It actually prevents me from killing his entire board with the Make It Rain. I can do this. Work towards Misfortunes, level up, kill one of the opponent's units that wouldn't die normally. And the opponent can't actually debuff the Misfortune to protect his unit like he normally does. His unit's just dying no matter what. Smart play overriding the Sunstone Charger. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to result in a victory for the opponent. Ooh. Let's do Chakram Dancer to remove the spell shield on the Ruin Runner so that I can use the Captive Audience to actually stun it in case the opponent decides to attack with it. I don't really care about the healing, so I'm fine with that trading in. Yeah, we can stun there. Protect both the Misfortune and the Assembly Bot. We drop down the Jhin, leveled up next turn. We start double casting all of our spells. The opponent doesn't really have a lot of good plays he can do here. I waste the spell mana, but it's fine. We'll be able to play everything I want here. Anyway. Fine. I would like it if the opponent went ahead and spent his entire mana bar so I could safely attack without having to worry about reprisals. Okay, it seems like he's doing that.
I knew you'd find your mark
Well, even if I don't deal damage with my units, as long as the opponent keeps developing onto the board, I can still dish out a considerable amount of damage.
Behind me.
That's dying.
I have prepared something very special.
Oh dear.
Anything else you want to play, opponent? No? Perfect.
Sail.
Take 15 from my severely nerfed board.
Ah, you couldn't.
If he plays a unit next turn, it just dies. I can play the Colossal Wave, deal port while enemies and the enemy nexus. In fact, I can just Colossal Wave next turn. It gets doubled up. Oh, right, the healing. 20 healing for existing. Forgot about that part. In that case, double up. Double up deals 12. Sure. We'll deal 12.
I will give
And then we can deal 8 right after that. Or if the opponent plays more units, it just dies.
killing blooms into artwork.
Obliterating the Jhin. That's one way to stay alive. Actually, no, I have a backup Jhin. But it does deny me the level up on the Misfortune and removes a major threat in the form of the assembly bot. Let's do this. It's a free 3 damage. 4 damage actually. Now that the opponent stopped playing units, I'm in kind of a predicament actually. I don't have a consistent way to deal damage to the opponent's nexus. I guess now that he has no mana, I can do Colossal Wave for 5. And then we strike with the Petty Officer for the remaining 2 damage. That was an awkward way to win. Once the opponent stopped playing units, my lethality went out of the window. Just like I expected actually from the start of the game. I thought the deck wouldn't have enough lethality, then the opponent started playing stuff and I completely forgot that our damage is completely reliant on the opponent having units on the board. Phantom Pranks, when an ally dies, deals 1 to an enemy nexus. Treacherous Terrain is overall better, but the Phantom Pranks is funnier and it's more thematic considering our game plan is making all of the opponent's minions basically bombs that blow up in their nexus. Now my minions are also bombs that blow up the opponent's nexus. Yeah, keep the Misfortune. Let's toss the Bursting Backpack, I guess, just because it's not really that impactful. I picked it up just because it was the least bad option out of all the ones that I was offered. Let's do double Crackshot Corsair here. Might be
If it's made of sand,
a poor decision because the opponent can develop a
sand's beneath
Dune Solar, but it turns out it's actually fine because the opponent didn't hit any Dune Solars. Let's do this. Keep controlling the opponent's board.
Bullet to the face.
Make sure he has the least amount of units onto the board as possible. Next turn, I might try to just pass completely next turn so I don't develop,
Take the children to safety. Now.
or I don't help the opponent develop a Dune Swallower. Considering I have the time trick, I can actually generate a blocker at burst speed, so it's fine to just do this, pass everything. Let's minimize the amount of damage I take here. In fact, I can kill this thing this turn. I'm going to do just that.
Save the children.
We'll develop the misfortune for the healing,
But not that good.
and then we captive audience there. Deal a little bit of damage to the opponent's nexus. Next turn we do Jhin, we remove the spell shields from the opponent's units thanks to the Jhin. I could have gone for the time trick first though, that's a misplay.
If I can save a life.
The opponent now has a full board. So theoretically... No, it's not theoretically, it's actually you can't develop any other threats without overriding the ones he already has on the board. So I'm trying to just do this, I think. We'll get the Chakram Dancer, or a backup Chakram Dancer, in order to heal up once the opponent finally attacks with the
Amy, I told you to leave.
And leave all
very
this
scary
waste for you? No
Dune
way.
Solars. And yeah, I think this is it. This is my life now. I have to deal with two 15-11s. Can't double cast anything yet, so let's just do
How's the party?
Twisted Fate
Quit smoking.
and then Captive Audience for the stun. I'll do the Crushing Wave later.
I have prepared something.
Line them up, watch them fall. This is gonna stick.
Really? I figured the opponent would actually try to kill the Twisted Fate, or not the Twisted Fate, the Jhin. I guess I was wrong. Let's minimize the amount of damage I take here. Since we're not at the point where we're multicasting every spell, we weren't actually able to
The thunderous
generate
fall.
enough captive audiences on time to prevent the attack from both of the Dune Solars. But this is still okay. I'll just do this.
I will give them
We have enough cards in hand. Next turn we'll start double casting everything. So we don't want to have too cluttered of a hand. I think I'm going Crushing Wave and just attacking this turn, so let's do this. Just rely on my skills to heal up and to deal with the board. We'll do Crushing Wave, try to set up a Colossal Wave. We're going to stun the opponent's entire board, I think.
You are coming with me.
Let's stun there. Actually, no, that's the one that's going to be stunned first. So let's stun the one that has the highest attack first. The next one to be stunned by the Lotus Traps is going to be this one. Let's set up a Colossal Wave next turn.
something very
No, I want the Colossal Wave next turn. If I attack with everything here, I kill the opponent. I'm overthinking it, I should have just gone ahead and attacked. The Lotus Traps is going to stun this one. Even still I still deal enough damage. And I go up to full health. Nice. For a second there I figured I would be in trouble, because the opponent had all of those Dune Solars on the board and all of his units were growing. But I managed to stabilize everything. Make it rain. Yeah, let's pick up the Make It Rain. More Make It Rains are always nice. Make It Rain is a very good card. And then the shop, actually nothing useful. Triferian Might. Do I care about Triferian Might? Do I have anything that procs Triferian Might in the deck? Not really. My units grow, but only when they're on the board. Let's reroll. Phalanx, that's completely useless, but I have the spare money, so I'm going to pick it up anyway. Maybe it becomes relevant from some sort of card I generate. What do I cut here? Bursting backpack, definitely. Unfortunately, it's way too slow, it doesn't synergize with our deck at all. So it's an immediate cut. Now we have the most consistent get I could possibly get. And I'm definitely going to need it against Ezreal. I have no way to prevent the Ezreal from being duplicated here at the start, so if he has the Ezreal duplication thing, I'm just screwed. Guess I can try to make it so the other Ezreals don't have spell shield, but they die, and with the Deathless they get spell shield anyway, so it will all amount to nothing. Let's just do this. Try to draw into something good. Yeah, that's meh. I guess I'll pick up the Petty Officer for the next turn. Let's do Make It Rain. Soften up that augmented clockling.
Charge!
Next turn I'm definitely going stun on the Ezreal. I don't want him to start getting a bunch of mystic shots that get duplicated on cast. Never mind. The opponent just developed a major threat. I guess we're stunning the Sanctum Conservators instead. I guess I can do Captive Audience as well. Please don't high roll on the Ezreal. I guess this is more than enough to prevent me from using Twisted Fate as a chump blocker.
I have lost everything, even my name.
Your purpose, not your name, is what
Let's do this. We can deal one here, prevent the damage from that unit, and then kill the Ezreal. Prevent him from using Ezreal to generate mystic shots. This is the best I could do. Do I want to take the 12? I guess I can do this, try to use Twisted Fate as a sort of a distraction for Ezreal later on. Ezreal now is a major threat. Let's do Jhin. I don't think I have a better play. At least now I can start stunning units with Lotus Traps. Double Spirit Fire. That will deal 8 to my units, right? So my Jhin is dying here. My Jhin is dying here. What do I even do? I guess I can try to do this to get something. Crashing Wave. I have this Jhin in hand. We're just dying to the burn.
Firing!
Next turn I'm going to need a miracle to survive. Petty Officer. Petty Officer generates 2 blockers. I still have to deal with the 12 attack unit.
Between two
Never mind, there goes all of my all the chances I had at winning. Yeah. This might be the end of the line for me. Unfortunately, the opponent just got away with the game at the beginning, and I couldn't really stabilize at all. Just developed threat after threat, while I couldn't really stick anything onto the board because the opponent just out-controlled me. I guess I have the revive, so I can try again, but I don't really think I'm going to be getting a different outcome.
Quest accepted. Wait, where are we going?
Maybe I don't keep the Jhin. Maybe I try to mulligan more aggressively for my early plays. Arcane Harpoon, Time Trick. Can go for both of those at the start. I get unlucky and draw a parlay. And I don't draw Jhins. Okay, this is definitely going to go worse now. Guess I can do Crack Shot Corsair into Arcane Harpoon. Okay, the opponent isn't copying Ezreal yet. We actually get some value out of the your units get barrier when you target them, which is surprising. And Samira blocks a Mystic Shot. That's huge. The fact that the opponent's not directing that Mystic Shot at my Nexus is already a major improvement. I have way too many Chakram Dancers. Can't deal with that. I just have to let the elusives go through. Let's just use the Twisted Fate to block something. To block two things, in fact.
Hold it, partner.
Isn't this a bit early to be committing the late to something? Maybe not. I could have actually saved the Crackshot Corsair. How does this work? Because when you target an ally, I can actually save the Crackshot Corsair by targeting her with this, and if the barrier procs after the damage goes through. It's kind of weird for spells like that target two units. Desert Duel, for example, doesn't give you, only gives you the barrier after the damage goes through. I don't want to risk it. I think this is better. Yeah, let's set up a Jhin next turn. Oh, it was not doubled up, so it only deals 4. That's huge for us. Let's do Crushing Wave. See what we get. I definitely want to draw. Okay, we're setting up a kill on 3 units here. The opponent's doing nothing. That's very suspicious, but I'm going to commit the Jhin anyway. Still nothing.
Tell me where to aim.
Finger on the trigger.
I'm attacking with both of my units. I'm not attacking with the Jhin though. Okay, now he's doing stuff. I'm going to lose my Jhin here. I might lose the Jhin, but I can still try to tidy up the board to the best of my ability.
Take your place, and our show will begin.
In fact, I can protect the Crackshot Corsair by playing one more spell.
I have prepared something very special.
Unfortunately, he got the double cast this time around, so he's going to deal 8 to everything. But I have a unit onto the board. I have a Make It Rain, I have card draw. He might waste some removal here. Yeah, like that. Can do Time Trick, let's see if I draw something good. Another Make It Rain should be fine. I don't want to Make It Rains on the top of the deck though. Let's do this while I still have priority. Okay, the Jhin. Jhin is going to be useful after I survive this. And ooh, luckily the crackshot Corsair actually got deathless, so it sticks around. Oh, this is massive. Can do Jhin, refill our spell mana, go for more spell casts this turn. Jhin is also leveled up and the opponent has nothing. Okay, this game was definitely pure luck. The opponent just didn't draw in such a lucky way as he did the last time around.
To remember.
Ouch. Next turn I'm just doing Chakram Dancer. And surely I can win this turn. It's fine. Let's just do this to ensure that I don't die to some stupid form of burn or something. No, nothing. Really? Are you serious, opponent? You're just going to roll over and die with a full mana bar to spend. Oh. You know what? I'll take it. Considering how much of a beating I got on the first round, I'll take a simple win on the second. Oh. This actually went a lot better than I figured it would go. At the beginning I was kind of pessimistic, but now I'm actually quite pleased. So yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.